5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Thanks for meeting me out. I appreciate it. We've been so busy lately. It's nice to have some time together. Ever since I saw your profile online, I was just blown away. I mean, look at you. You're gorgeous. You have all the features that I want in a power station, and I've really enjoyed getting to know you. But we have a few things that we need to talk about if we're going to go forward with this relationship. No. Please, don't cry. It's not you. It's me. Hi everyone, I hope you're all doing well. Welcome to another video. Hopefully you enjoyed my acting in the scene prior to this, or at least were able to tolerate it and get to the meat of the video, where we're going to be covering the FREMO x700. It's a portable power station, 662 watt-hours capacity, 600 watt pure sine inverter output for the AC with a 1200 watt peak. It's Life PO4 battery chemistry, and it comes with all the prerequisite charging apparatuses and everything that you would expect, and I'll go over those in just a second. This thing is so nice, you know, compared to other kind of standard portable power stations. I wouldn't hesitate to put this next to high-end stereo equipment and an entertainment system. The thing is gorgeous. I mean, it really is. And it has two features. Well, before I get to that, let me tell you what comes with it, okay? So it's packaged very nicely. A lot of the power station manufacturers go out of their way to provide a packaging experience that's on par with, you know, Apple. Apple started the whole trend of packaging things really nicely and classy and everything. It doesn't really have anything to do with the performance, but it shows the company's attention to detail, which is really nice. And this thing came packed beautifully. It comes with a power station. Comes with a 180 watt AC power adapter, a car adapter for 12 volts, car accessory adapter, and a couple adapters for input output. This thing has a couple of killer features that I wish other power station manufacturers would incorporate into their products. The first thing is an overhead display, right? The display is on top. So if you've ever used power stations, generally the display is on the front. And when you're using them, you know, I set them on the ground a lot, ground level or table level. So what you have to do is you have to stoop down to see how much capacity is left, if there's any fault indicators or anything. You have to kind of stoop down or bend down to look at the display. This one, you can sit on the ground, and just walking by, you can glance down at it from above and you can see the display. Very nice. You know, it might seem a little underwhelming, but trust me, when you use it a lot, it's nice to just be able to walk by and take a quick look. The other feature is a removable light. You can use it while it's in the unit, right? It'll come on and you can use it while it's in the unit. Let me go ahead and turn it on for you. Turn the power on. It's got all the standard features, right? High, low, SOS. And then it also pops out, which is really cool. It makes for a little portable flashlight. And it has a little stand on it. It's also magnetic. But you can see it has all the same features on when you have it portable. It's got the high, low, SOS. You know, I mean, it's just really, really cool. And then it slides right in. It's magnetic and it has little contacts for the charging. So, oh, I almost forgot. It comes with, obviously, the user's manual, and it comes with some pretty cool little stickers. You know, go figure. It actually made me smile. It's the little things that make life great, right? So, anyways, let's get a little closer up on this unit and check out all the features. So let's take a close-up look at the features, indicators, input outputs, etc. on the FREMO x700. Let's start out at the top. You have your handle that folds away nicely. Keeps flush with the outside, so that's nice. The ventilation fans are pass-through. You have an input on one side, output on the other. Allows the free flow of air across the components inside, which is nice. Now let's go to the top. We have LED indicators all over this thing. We have a bunch on top, and then we have some on the unit itself that you'll see in a minute. They're kind of hidden, but you'll see them pop on. There's one right there, one there, and one at the bottom. All right, so let's take a look at the display, which is beautiful. Nice HD display. And I've actually seen this display on a couple other power stations, so it's not exclusive to this, but it is nice. So to turn the power on and off, you have to press and hold it for 2 seconds. See, it comes on, you get all your LED indicators popping on, so that's nice. Let's go to the specifics of the display itself. So you'll have your input here. It'll show you the wattage. You have your USB indicator showing that they're active. You have an AC indicator, which will show in a minute at the top. You can maybe see it there. When it's on, that indicates it's got a DC at the very top. You have your sound. You can turn the sound on off of this to get some feedback when you press the buttons. And then you have your flashlight charging. This is the charge status of the flashlight. It's got a little picture of a flashlight, and then the charge status, the greater the better there on that bar graph. So then on this side, you show the output in wattage. So it gives you a lot of indicators. This is your overall capacity percentage that you have remaining. And then this little green graph, it kind of pulses, which is pretty cool. It looks nice, but the pulsing doesn't really give you any indication of the health or the capacity of the battery or the unit itself. So let's go ahead and turn the AC on. So it'll give you the AC on indicator. The indicator will come on at the top, and you'll get your LEDs on the front, showing that they are energized and you can use them. Let's turn on our DC. DC will be on. You get your indicator at the top. And now you have your third LED. Come on. Okay, so that's basically all there is for the display. Like I said, it's a nice HD display, gives you all the information that you would need at any given time. Okay, sorry about that. I had to turn off the LEDs. They're a little too distracting for the camera. So what you have here is a USB-C PD 20 watt output. And then underneath that, you have a USB-C PD 100 watt output. You have 4 USB-As. Those are capable of 2.5 amps apiece, total of 25 watts among the 4 of them. You have your 2 AC outputs. Now you can run 600 watts between the 2 of them. So 300 apiece or any combination of the 2, as long as it doesn't exceed 600 watts continuous. And the good thing about this is it has a ground plug for each outlet, for each receptacle. So that's really nice. Now you have your DC out accessory port here. This is 12 volt, 10 amps. It's got a nice little dust cover on it. This is your DC 12 volt output. Same specs, 12 volt, 10 amp. And then you have your input. This is where all of your charging takes place. There's the cable that comes with it, and you can put your AC in here, your solar into here, or your DC car accessory port input into there to charge. Now, as far as the solar panel is concerned, it's a very nice panel. It really is. It folds out just like most of them do. Has kickstands, so when you do stretch it out, that holds it up. Everybody's seen a solar panel, so I'm not going to open it up completely, but this is the interesting part. On the back is where the cord storage is, and it has your output. This is your standard output. This is the jack that goes into your FREMO x700. It's a 10-foot cord, so you can put it quite a ways away to put the power station in the shade and keep this out in the sun, hopefully. And this is a 100-watt panel. And then you have a USB 3.0 female A type, which is really nice. This supports Quick Charge 3.0. You can charge anything that you can use a USB charger for with a QC 3.0 standard with this. So that is a killer feature for this, in my humble opinion. And then you have your parallel input cord. So you are allowed to hook 2 of these up in parallel. You see parallel port, it's labeled. So you can hook 2 of these up together for input into the FREMO x700, which will charge it. So now that you've gotten a closer look at it, let me tell you how it performed. So everything worked as it should, with one caveat, and I'll show you the details on that in a minute. But the capacity checked out on the AC side. I ran the test several times on the AC and DC, and the capacity on the AC side was about 85%, which is industry standard. That's what you'd expect. DC was in the mid-90s, and that's what you'd expect from the DC side. All the ports, input and output, worked no problems. The display had no issues. It did pass my freezer and dorm fridge test. I always hook up the power stations that are capable of running those appliances to it, just to see how they perform with the peak, because when the compressor kicks on in the freezer and or the fridge, it comes on like every 15-20 minutes. It'll hit a peak and then it'll settle down, and that's kind of rough on the equipment, so it's a good test. This passed with flying colors. The charging times with the AC, 180 watt AC adapter, lightning quick. It was like 2.5 hours. It was charged up, ready to go. The car adapter, or the car accessory port, charged it up in the proper amount of time too. And the solar panel, when it worked, more details on that in a minute, charged up within a proper amount of time too. So basically they all charged within 2.5 to about 7 hours, which is right in that sweet spot, right? That's my own metric that I use, because I've said it in the past, if you're going to use this overnight and you're going to drain it and you're going to use it really heavy, and you expect to use it overnight for lamps, charging phones, running entertainment systems, maybe running a freezer or a small fridge, and you're going to deplete it overnight, you want to be able to recharge that thing to 100% during the next day. And normally you get about 5 to 8 hours of good sun, depending on where you live, and you want to be able to charge it up to full within that time. So this passed that as well. All the charging methods charged it up within 7 hours, so I'm very happy with that. So here's a bit of an anomaly I found while I'm charging via solar. See how my panel set up? I have full sun on it. And if you can see, it's reading 10 watts input. Now, I remove the input jack. So it goes to 0 watts. Now I plug it back in. And you'll see the wattage climb to what I think is the actual level. I'm not sure why it settles down, but it's done this multiple times. It settles down to that 10 watt to 12 watt range, and it just locks in place there. See, it's a matter of seconds. The same sun, same time, everything. Now we're getting up to 70 watts or so. So not sure what's going on with it, but I'll have to reach out, see if FREMO will respond and answer my questions. So now that I've given you a basic overview and I've told you about the performance of the x700 and the issue that we had with the solar panel charging it, you're probably asking, okay, so do I recommend it? And honestly, I would recommend it. I would buy it out of pocket, but I would buy it and I would test it as soon as I got it, because it's going to be under warranty, right? So if you buy it and you do have an issue similar to what I did, you can always return it. And I can tell you, some power station manufacturers are not responsive in their customer service, right? Their tech support. I have found that FREMO is very responsive. It hasn't taken more than a day or two for them to get back to me via email, and we're actively working it out to see what the problem is, or if I can get a replacement unit so I can test that and make sure that that's not a complicit issue with the firmware or something, the charging from the solar panel. So I would actually buy it, but I would test it when I got it, just to make sure. So that's all I have for the FREMO x700. Hopefully the FREMO and I will have a very long and mutually beneficial relationship as long as we can get our issues sorted out. And if you like this video, please hit the like button. If you'd like to see more of my content, please hit the notification bell, mash that bell. And most importantly, if someone you know and or love could benefit from watching this video, please share it with them. That's all I have for today. Thanks for watching, and hopefully I'll have an update with a resolution of this issue shortly. Thanks. Bye.